All right. I would like to study with you something more on the book Ponder on This, which is about the plan. And as I mentioned before, there is some divine plan where humanity is evolving towards, and a great hierarchy of very high beings are coordinating that divine plan and are in charge of it, and we're just the tiny little humans who may put a little bit of effort into something which gets coordinated from much higher beings. And yeah, it's interesting to get to know a little bit more about the plan. So what is this plan? And Master Djwhal Khul, also through Alice Bailey in these books, he mentions that the plan is so big that he would also not be able to comprehend and put it in proper words. Think not that I can tell the plan as it truly is. It is not possible for any man below the grade of initiate or third degree to glimpse it, far less to understand it. The plan is sensed by the world disciple in the attempt to work and cooperate with it. It is only the sensing of that portion of it which concerns human consciousness. We have not yet been able to catch even a glimmer of the vastness of the synthetic plan for evolution other than human, both superhuman and subhuman, nor can we grasp the fabric of God's ideal as it underlies the sum total of the manifested process, even upon our little planet. As we really know is the fact, all we really know is the fact, the plan, and that it is very good, that we are enfolded within it and subject to it. So that is even some optimism, even we are far not there to even try to comprehend or understand the plan. Even as much as we would like to do that, it's just above our current awareness. But all we need to know, and that can give us some hope, is it's a good plan. It's the next development of the plan will produce in man an understanding, intelligent and cooperative, of the divine purpose for which the one in whom we live and move and have our being has been demanded. Yeah, so that's at least some thing to look forward in the midst of whatever is happening. So for obvious reason, the vision of the plan, we don't see it clear, but it can give you a sense of proportion and also stability within. It leads to a much needed readjustment of values, indicating as it does that there is a purpose and objective behind all the difficult happening of daily lives. It broadens, widens and expands the consciousness as we study the great volume of planetary life. So even if we can't comprehend, it can give us kind of purpose and stability in our daily lives whenever we encounter difficulties and see change happening. It is remembering back that there is a greater plan to everything, and every so-called perceived negative experience, that it leads to anything better and a better plan. It's just the one current step, but it's one step that is an evolution towards an upgoing level. And yeah, he mentions again, it's not of my purpose to indicate my understanding of God's plan. This is limited naturally by my capacity. Only dimly do I sense, and only occasionally and faintly does the outline of God's stupendous objective dawn on my mind. This plan can only be sensed, visioned, and known in truth by the hierarchy, and only in group formation, and by those masters who function in full monadic consciousness. They alone are beginning to comprehend what it is, which of course our human consciousness is far below that. But as it's also stated here, the new group of world servers are working together to bring the plan into form, and their immediate objects of the plan might be stated as follows: to raise the level of human consciousness so that the intelligent, thinking man and woman will be consciously in touch with the world of ideas and the realm of intuitive perception. This means that they will be oriented towards reality. Average man and woman will then be led definitely to shift their attention from the world of emotions in which they have hitherto lived, and will begin to live more in their mental nature and to think clearly and wisely. That's, what we rise above. And it's again mentioned the stability and security of having all that knowledge and plan. All right. The second objective of those who are working out of the plan is clarifying of the international situation. That's a really long passage which I trump, and I go to the third objective, is the growth of group idea. And that's general emphasis upon group good, group understanding, group interrelation, and group goodwill. That's again, these four are the ideas and the subjective group working on the physical plan, which we call the new group of world servers. It's basically to prepare the appearance, can be called Christ, the second coming of Christ with his disciple, or it can be called manifestation of the planetary hierarchy, or the appearance of the masters of the wisdom, who will restore upon earth the ancient mysteries and institute again the order of initiation. Hence, my constant emphasis is upon necessity of thinking in terms of goodwill to the whole. And jumping to page 369, to the last sentence, it's: to the spiritual hierarchy, the plan involves those arrangement of circumstances which will rise and expand the consciousness of mankind and enable men therefore to discover the spiritual values for themselves and to make the needed change in their life of their own free will, and those produce the demanded betterment in the environment consistent with the unfolding of spiritual recognition. That's what somehow has been missing, our spiritual values of doing good to others and shifting a little bit away from the purely material focus to integrate within us our spiritual values, our integrity, our character, to really be a person who has a good character in the good will of the whole. That's all I have for this topic today, and I wish you stability, trust, and just a little glimpse of the plan, that you may have some hope, some foresight, and some vision that no matter how your circumstances are right now, it's all evolving for the higher good. And it's like shedding the darkness so that more light can come in to your life and to the human and mankind life as a whole. And that's where we're heading towards. So I wish you all the best and lots of peace and presence and a sense of hope that you have the faith within you that these circumstances lead to something better. That's my wish for you. Take care.